Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something huge, like really huge, an $80 trillion market.
80 trillion?
Yeah, and it's almost invisible, but it's actually powering, the future of AI, culture, innovation.
Pretty much everything creative, yeah.
Exactly. It's not just boring legal stuff.
Yeah.
It's ideas, art, inventions, the
Got it.
things shaping our world. And they're about to get a major overhaul. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
We're diving deep into the first ever Origin Summit. There's a recent Chainwire article covering it, and it really caught my eye. Because this isn't just, another conference. It feels different. It's pulling together really smart people from IP, AI, and blockchain.
Yeah, it's a potent mix.
A really fascinating blend, right? Feels like a genuine glimpse into how value creation and management might work, maybe in the next 10 years or so.
What's fascinating here is the Origin Summit, it's set up as a flagship institutional event. They have a really clear, pretty ambitious mission to define the infrastructure, the plumbing, basically, for what they're calling the programmable IP economy.
Programmable IP economy.
Yeah, and you see institutional money, big capital, actively hunting for the next wave of real-world assets.
Right.
And crypto in this whole picture is shifting. It's moving beyond just speculation. Towards, programmable ownership, where the rights, the value, it's not just a legal contract somewhere, it's baked into the digital asset itself.
So it becomes active, dynamic.
Exactly, embedded rights.
Okay, so for you listening, here's the plan for this deep dive.
Yeah.
We're going to explore what IP actually is, but maybe more critically, why its current state is, frankly, a massive problem for the AI boom.
A real bottleneck.
Yeah. And then we'll get into why one country, South Korea, is becoming this, global hub for it all.
Which is super interesting.
Totally. And we'll look at some of the key players involved, who's actually shaping this future. It's all happening September 23rd, 2025 in Seoul during Korea Blockchain Week.
Right in the middle of the action.
So let's start with that number again. $80 trillion. This invisible market.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
It really is. And IP, we kind of get it, right? Software code, movie soundtracks, the basics. It's the foundation for global creativity, culture, innovation.
Yeah.
But think about the sheer range of stuff it covers.
Right.
AI training data, for one. Huge music catalogs. Biotech patents. Those massive entertainment franchises like Marvel or Star Wars.
Billions and billions tied up there.
Exactly. And even, user-generated content, all the stuff filling our feeds every single day.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, despite being worth so much, over $80 trillion, like you said, IP today is just fragmented.
Okay.
It's illiquid. You can't easily trade it. And it's largely invisible to the big financial markets.
Like how?
Well, think about a hit song. It might make millions, right? But actually tracking its use everywhere, making sure everyone gets paid fairly across all these different platforms globally.
It sounds like a nightmare.
It's a legal and admin nightmare. And that fragmentation means a massive chunk of its potential value is just locked up.
Can't be easily bought or sold or leveraged.
Precisely. And that's the core problem the Origin Summit is trying to tackle. It's this foundational asset class that just hasn't found its modern dynamic market form yet. It's holding back economic potential, new kinds of creativity.
And the knock-on effects for AI are just huge, right? This isn't just a nice-to-have fix. It feels urgent now.
Absolute urgent.
Because AI models, they can't just grab content from anywhere anymore, can they?
No way. Ethically, legally,
Yep.
They need verified, rights-cleared IP.
Right. Otherwise, the whole industry faces enormous legal risks, ethical problems.
Class of headwinds, yeah.
And as these AI tools get smarter, these AI native apps, they need clean, traceable IP even more.
Their demand is skyrocketing.
And they need totally new infrastructure for it, not just storage. We're talking real-time tracking of where stuff came from, automating licenses on a massive scale.
And figuring out granular ways to pay people for every little contribution, every idea, every bit of content that fuels these systems.
Okay, so who's actually building this? How does it work in practice?
Well, this raises an important question, and it brings us to Story Protocol.
Ah, the hosts of the summit.
Exactly. They're a major player here. Story is a blockchain, but it's purpose-built specifically to turn intellectual property into a programmable digital asset with the rights embedded.
Okay, programmable. What does that actually mean for, say, a song?
Right. So imagine giving that song its own little rule book, like a smart contract. It automatically dictates how it can be used, licensed, how the royalties flow. No manual chasing.
So the song could kind of pay the artist directly every time a bit gets used?
That's the core idea. Automatically. Instantly.
Wow.
And they've got serious backing. $136 million from big names. A16s.
Okay, major VC firm.
Polychain Capital, big in blockchain investment, and Samsung Ventures.
Interesting. Samsung's involved.
Yeah. Their main net, like the full public version of their blockchain, went live back in February 2025.
So it's operational now.
It is. And its main job is tracking IP origins, automating all that complex licensing, and basically unlocking these new liquid markets for ideas that were stuck before.
So liberating that trapped value.
Exactly. It could totally change how creators earn, how AI gets trained, how whole industries manage their IP.
That sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Shifting IP from just a legal concept to something active flowing.
Yeah.
But, for listeners thinking this sounds a bit sci-fi, are there big hurdles getting the traditional players like a huge movie studio or a legacy music label to actually use this blockchain stuff? What makes them nervous?
That's a crucial point. And yeah, it's less sci-fi, more like a necessary next step. But the hurdles are real.
Like what?
Legal integration is a big one, making it work with all their existing systems, and honestly just educating an industry that's done things one way for, decades.
Right. Inertia.
Big time. But Story Protocol's strategy isn't about just tearing everything down. It's about providing a foundational layer that can plug into existing setups.
Ah, okay. Modular.
Yeah, exactly. Modularity. Companies can pick the parts that solve their biggest headaches first. Maybe transparent royalties or easy micro-licensing for smaller uses.
And having Samsung Ventures involved alongside crypto funds probably helps.
Definitely. It signals they're trying to bridge that gap, Show a path for both the established giants and the new digital creators. They're trying to prove it's not just about decentralization ideology, but about fixing real, expensive problems.
Okay, that makes sense. So if Story Protocol is building the pipes, the infrastructure, it begs the question, where is this actually taking root the fastest? Because putting this summit in Seoul, that wasn't random, was it?
Not at all.
What is it about South Korea that makes it the place for this? Here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, Korea is genuinely unique here. It's this incredible, almost perfect storm of factors that make it the absolute epicenter for IP, AI, and blockchain coming together.
Okay, factor one.
First, it's a cultural IP powerhouse, unmatched really. We all see K-pop, K-drama taking over globally, BTS, Blackpink, Squid Game.
Huge phenomena.
And massive gaming giants started there too. Lineage, MapleStory, PUBG, global franchises. Their cultural IP exports, $13.6 billion in 2024.
Wow.
And that number has tripled in the last decade. So they're constantly creating, licensing, managing huge amounts of IP. They feel the pain points of the old system.
They get the need for something better. Okay, factor two.
Second, Korea is way ahead on AI adoption and innovation. They have the most paid ChatGPT users outside the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, shows a massive appetite for these tools. Weekly use is up like 4.5 times in the past year alone.
Incredible growth.
And it's not just software. They're pushing hard on physical AI, robotics, Samsung, LG, Hyundai, SK. They're all leaders. Korea already has the highest robot density in the world.
I read that, yeah. 1,012 per 10,000 workers or something.
That's the number. And they've got this K-humanoid alliance aiming for advanced humanoids by 2028.
So they're building the future physically and digitally.
Right. And that deep dive into AI means they deeply understand the need for good, clean, rights-clear data to power it all responsibly.
Okay, makes sense. Factor three.
And finally, it's just a super vibrant, mature crypto hub. Get this, 30% of the population actively invests in digital assets.
30%, that's huge.
It's about 15.6 million people, and their exchanges, they handle almost half of the world's altcoin trading volume.
Wow, a major liquidity center.
Absolutely. The domestic crypto market hit $102 trillion. One, daily trading volumes are up 20% year over year. So you've got a population, an industry that's not just digitally literate, but really comfortable with digital assets and ready for what's next, like programmable ownership.
Wow, that really is a potent mix.
Yeah.
So you've got massive IP creation, cutting-edge AI demanding that IP, and a population totally fluent in digital assets.
The perfect trifecta.
It really positions Korea not just to adopt this programmable IP stuff, but to actually lead it, doesn't it?
I think so.
That blend of culture, tech, and finance savvy makes Seoul the ideal place to figure out this future. A perfect storm, like you said, driven by need and opportunity.
Couldn't agree more.
So who's actually going to be there? at the summit? Who's having these crucial conversations? The speaker list looks pretty impressive.
Oh, definitely. The caliber and just the sheer diversity of speakers really shows what this summit is about. It pulls from the top of culture, finance, blockchain.
Give us some examples.
Okay, on the cultural IP side, you've got real heavyweights. Kyungin Young, CEO of the Black Label, they produce Blackpink. Right.
Global superstars.
Ryan Sung-yu Lee, co-founder of the Pinkfong Company, that's Baby Shark.
Oh, the Baby Shark.
Lee Sung-soo, CAO of SM Entertainment. He's basically credited with inventing K-pop as we know it.
Wow, pioneer.
Yeah. And Jae Yum-sung, co-founder of Nexon, creator of Lineage. Brandon Yu from HYBE Music Group, behind BTS and APAC. These people live global IP.
Okay, so the creators and producers are there. What about finance and blockchain?
Yeah, bridging that gap. You've got Amy Oldenburg, head of emerging markets equity at Morgan Stanley Investment Management. Big traditional finance voice.
Right.
Rahana Sharif Askari, managing director at Grayscale Investments, a huge name in digital asset investment.
Okay, bridging institutional crypto.
Exactly. Then from the crypto native side, Luca Netz, CEO of Pudgy Penguins.
Major NFT brand.
Yatsu, co-founder of Animoca Brands, massive in Web3 gaming. And Sandeep Nailwal, co-founder of Polygon, a key blockchain infrastructure player.
That really is a cross-section.
It totally demonstrates the breadth, bringing together the establishment and the innovators.
It really hits home, doesn't it? That goal of gathering the builders, the investors, the cultural leaders.
Yeah.
All in one room to figure out how to unlock this programmable IP economy.
Yeah, moving beyond just talk.
Moving it from theory and legal docs to actual real-time value flowing. Powerful stuff.
It could be transformative.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Whether you're a creator, working in AI, or just interested in where innovation is heading.
Yeah, the takeaway is.
Well, IP, that $80 trillion giant that was scattered and stuck, is now being framed as this critical asset class, right at the center of the AI economy.
Absolutely central.
And technologies like blockchain, happening in hubs like South Korea, are pushing its transformation into something programmable, dynamic, moving from just owning it statically to having it actively work for you.
Real-time value, yeah.
Exactly.
And this raises an important question for you to think about. Really consider the implications if IP becomes truly programmable. How could that shift everything? How we create, how we own, share, get paid for. Anything from a hit song to a new AI algorithm.
Right.
What changes in the next 10 years?
What new kinds of value pop up?
Exactly. What new value emerges when IP isn't just protected, but it's traceable, licensable, liquid in real time, anywhere in the world? Imagine every creator getting their fair share automatically, instantly, globally.
That's the promise, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the promise of the programmable IP economy they're trying to build.